Hey guys, can you guys can explain how much of an impact Mike McDonald has made on each of your careers and what he's done for each of you individually, and how much of his scheme has kind of given you guys the ability to maximize your talents.
For me, he did a lot. Manny just gave me a chance. We do a whole bunch of different schemes, and it's just really good when he came to just the knowledge of football he brought with him.
Personally, for me, he just made the game fun again. And like DJ said, he gave me a chance, to play loose and have fun doing it.
All right, next question is for Andrea Adelson. Go ahead, Andrea.
Good morning, guys. This question is for David. How much of an influence has Aiden been on you in terms of the work that you've put in, and how do you attribute the way that you two have developed the chemistry that you have on the field?
Yeah, it started in summer training when I just told him I was going to be in his hip pocket, just knowing he was going to be a top 5 guy. It was a smart thing to do, to have someone who knows the ways, and having someone to follow, and it's translated throughout the season. We just feed off each other. He go up, I go under. He go under, I go up. And we just do our thing.
Next question for Ryan Zook. Go ahead, Ryan.
Hey guys, well, what would you say are some similarities and differences between Stetson Bennett and JT Daniels?
I'll say they're both good quarterbacks, and we just know that we just always just gotta make the tackle, and they just we're good quarterbacks and make good reads.
Yeah, mobile. Know how to sit in the pocket too. We just gotta account for them at all points.
All right, next question for Dennis Dodd. Go ahead, Dennis.
Hey, David, I wonder if you could expand on that statement about making the game fun again, and how have offenses approached you maybe from the beginning of the season to now? Are you always getting singled up? Are you getting doubled? Is Aiden taking, more from the offense, or how's that working?
Man, I mean, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to all that double, single.
Yeah.
Obviously he's definitely getting doubled, that. But man, like I said, it's just fun, man. I'm just out there doing my job, play by play. I don't know the details and whatever. But it's just fun again, man. I don't know how else to say it.
Our next question for Lainey Higgins. Go ahead.
Hey guys, I don't know how much you look at, what Georgia's defense has done all year, given that they have been, kind of singled out as being one of the most elite. But, when you look at film of them, do you see any similarities between how they approach the defensive side of the ball and what you do? And, if anything, what makes what their defense has done so great?
As being on the defensive side, I don't really watch too much film on the defense. We know what we have to do, and we believe in us, and so that's what we go feeling and going into the game.
Yeah, I mean, we're watching their offense. Their defense doesn't have anything to do with us. We're out there just trying to execute and beat their offense.
And next question for Michael Cohen. Go ahead, Michael.
Hey, this question is for David. You mentioned wanting to, be in Aiden's hip pocket because he was going to be a top 5 guy. And, I don't know how much you care about this stuff or what, but obviously your draft stock has soared this year as well. Has it been difficult to avoid any of that stuff if you're not interested in hearing about your draft situation? And if you do hear about it, how much have you thought, sort of about what the next step for you might be, given just how well you've played this season?
No, I'm focused on the season. Haven't really given that much attention. When comes time for the draft time, draft attention, I'm gonna switch the focus to that. But I mean, you see us, we're in the playoffs. Can't be talking about the draft or even focus on the draft.
Our next question for Mark Weiser. Go ahead, Mark.
DJ, I want to ask you about George Pickens. He hasn't put much on film this year because he just came back from an injury, but obviously the last couple of years he has. Have you seen much of his film, and what kind of matchup might he present?
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely a good receiver. I've known him. I played him in high school too, so I know what he can do, and I know he's coming off an injury. And like he played the last couple of days. Last couple of games, and I'm expecting him to be out there this game.
Next question is for Rainer Saban. Go ahead, Rainer.
Yes, David, along the lines of the draft, I mean, did you imagine being in this position where, you are talked about as a player? I mean, being able to, or being viewed in that light, and just, looking back at the season, is it pretty remarkable to see how quickly your ascent has been, this year?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, coming into the season, I had 20 snaps and I was unknown, so, looking back at it, seeing where I'm at now, it's a blessing. But, like I said earlier, when comes draft time, that's when, my focus will go on there and really reflect on what I've done. But, it's really obvious, coming from unknown to now, it's a big jump.
Your next question for Ralph Russo. Go ahead, Ralph.
Morning, gentlemen. It's for either of you, but your coach, Jim Harbaugh, gets a lot of attention, sometimes gets a lot of criticism. Was there any sort of special satisfaction this year to, I know he would never say this, sort of proving doubters wrong, but did the team get any special satisfaction out of sort of delivering this great season for a coach who often gets criticized a lot?
Yes, I'll say that. I mean, I love Coach Harbaugh, and we always knew since day one it was Michigan versus everybody, and we live by that. And so that's why when we proved everything, and just we got a lot to do more left, and it just feels great to do it with my coach too.
Yeah, we weren't even fazed by that, because at the end of the day, the same people that will say they love you now were the same people that were saying, Michigan shouldn't be, whatever. So you can't even pay attention to anybody outside the building. They're not going through the grind we do. They're not waking up 6 a.m. running hills. They're just watching us on TV. So what they got to say don't really mean anything for real.
Okay, next question for Angelique with Detroit News. Go ahead, Angelique.
For David, you just mentioned kind of going from nowhere to now. Has this surprised you, your growth this season, and where do you think you need to maybe improve a little bit?
No, it hasn't surprised me, because end of the day, I know the work I put in. There's always room to grow, in every player's game. So obviously, stuff like the run game, even the pass game. But I mean, same situation for me and DJ, man. All we needed was a chance, man. We didn't get our chance till this year, and as soon as we did, man, we just took it and ran with it.
Okay, next question for Mark Schlabach. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, you guys is pretty good tight ends in the Big Ten, but what makes Brock Bowers so effective?
I'll say the run after catch. He's good, and he has real good speed on him and good catch radius. So I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, from when I have to guard tight ends, he's definitely on the faster end, catch radius, all that. But yeah, I don't really have to deal with him as much. So what Drago said.
Our next question for Michael Cohen. Go ahead, Michael.
Hey, this question is for DJ. We've asked you guys a lot about Mike Macdonald and the influence that he's had, but from the secondary in particular, what type of influence has Coach Clinkscale had in terms of establishing a mentality or a physicality or a style of play that you guys want, and how much has he helped you as well?
Oh yeah, I mean, he just, I guess, like changed the mindset, and we just take the games in the field just so confident now, and we just go into the games comfortable, and we know if we have any question during the game, or we just go to the sideline and have an answer for us. And so it's just been a good major factor in this role and the season that we've all had in the secondary.
Next question for Andrea Adelson. Go ahead, Andrea.
I just wanted to ask a quick follow-up to David. What is the biggest thing that you learned from being attached at the hip to Aiden that has helped you throughout this season?
The work ethic of a first rounder, because at the end of the day, I have the tools and the physical traits, but it's the work ethic and the grind and just knowing that, man, you're just not gonna fall from the sky and become a top round pick. You really gotta grind. You gotta put it on film. So I guess it's the mentality part, and then the stars kind of aligned with my physical traits, and then kind of took off.
Next question for Zach Shaw. Go ahead, Zach.
Hey guys, yesterday Josh Gaddis said, the way you guys played in the Big Ten championship, you almost wanted to just bottle it and play the playoff game the next day. I'm curious what the process has been like. You've had a few weeks. Has it been difficult to, I guess, maintain that momentum and maintain that eagerness you guys have, or does being in the playoff kind of dilute that concern?
No, I want to say it's been difficult. Like I said, every game we try to go 1-0 every week. And so we just know this is another game and we got to go 1-0 this week. And we've been doing it the whole season. So nothing really changed.
True. With the 1-0 mentality, it starts Monday, Sunday, enjoy it. Monday, start it up again, faceless, nameless opponents, and just get at it. We've been doing it all season long, so it's not going to change now.
All right, we're going to take about 2 more questions. Next one for Lainey Higgins. Go ahead, Lainey.
Hey, this one's for David. I know it was pretty special earlier in the season when your parents got to come to Ann Arbor for a game, and I'm curious if they are going to be in Miami this weekend, or if not, what their plans are to watch.
They're staying in Scotland actually to watch this one, but my brother is actually en route right now. He's flying up to Miami to watch me for the first time, so that's going to be pretty special too.
Okay, next question for Ralph Russo.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I that hand was accidentally raised. All
right. All right, we'll give a last question here for Dennis Dodd. Go ahead, Dennis. You there, Dennis? Yep. All right. One more for you guys. Lainey, go ahead. You have a follow-up? This is the last question.
I'm so sorry to continue the streak. I didn't, but I don't know. I can come up with one on the spot, but yeah, I guess, of the things that you guys have done so far down in Miami, what's been most fun, and, has there anything that you guys have had to do that's been a little bit different given COVID protocols?
This is my first time in college playoffs, so I don't really know what to expect it to, but like I said, right now, this is different doing the virtual, and we're coming down from Miami, the heat. We got used to the heat, but being from down south. We said, oh yeah, like I said, from being down south.
That was me.
Being down south, I like the heat, and it's what we're looking for.
Man, just having fun with my brothers, man. You don't get to spend time in Miami, with guys you grind and sweat, blood, all that with. So like it's just taking every minute, every hour, and just cherishing it, knowing it can never happen again.
All right. Thanks for your time this morning, guys.